Здравствуй, привет, мой друг. Меня зовут Horath Drak, and we are playing Europa Universalis IV together with the new DLC or Immersion pack, Third Rome. Playing on a very hard difficulty with lucky nations on historical. We're playing as Russia. Ivan the Terrible is the name of our ruler. And in the last episode, we took a chunk out of Kazan, all this area. And now we're at war against Astrakhan and these guys, Kazakh. Trying to take them over and curb their power as soon as possible before the Ottomans can really start meddling in the area, because that's not something that I want. So we're gonna go for that. We could also invest in an idea. I wonder how far we are away from the next tech, matchlock musket, because that's actually gonna be pretty useful. I mean, infantry shock, cavalry fire, combat width increase. We're gonna get new troops on level 12, changing from the pike infantry to actual musketeers. Not sure if I really want to invest in ideas. You need 876 power. We have feudalism, we have the Renaissance, we have not embraced colonialism. We have nothing. We have nothing over here. Yeah, we might actually go for another icon over here after we finish those wars and actually try to increase the institution spread in our world. Go for the icon of Saint John Climacus. This is not going to help us immediately with the army tradition. Next one though, plus 15% army morale. Might be wise. I really want this though. I especially want number 12. That would be super useful, but this is also going to be pretty huge. 0.2 shock, 0.5 cavalry fire. We'll see how it goes. I'm not going to invest in the idea right now. We are here. We're going to have a war, a battle against these guys on the next day, basically. These guys are going to come in to reinforce on the 1st of March. These guys are going to be in here on the 2nd of March. It could be a bit dicey. I can also not change my leader, so I guess the dice are cast. Let's just move in, try to do our best here. Oh no, we're taking heavy losses. We are taking heavy losses. This is not good. Not good at all. Come on, guys. 9, 10, 11, 12. Come on, we need to be reinforced. And we won. Okay. That's good. That's good. We got to press our advantage. I really like that the units now look like they've been really beaten when they're fleeing. I definitely like that. We can still move through here. Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot more men now. We need 20,000 men. Boyars. How about we gain some manpower from you? It's gonna cost some loyalty. Manpower recovery speed is currently up, but I really need those guys now. So we're gonna go for that. And generalship, it would be nice. I mean, if we had a good general, it could help us. It's gonna put them fairly high in terms of influence though. 75. If I get an event or anything, we're gonna look like proper fools. So yeah, I think it's not a thing that I can really do. Maybe I could actually get some Cossacks. Can I give away some of these places? I mean, that is a steppe province in and of itself. Maybe I can give that away to an estate. That's institutions. I guess I gotta call them first. I think that's how it goes. These are all not steppe areas. I mean, I could give them Tambov, maybe. Provinces in the territory. Yeah, it doesn't help us. Don't help us. Well, we're gonna have Cossacks sooner rather than later. Alright, then we'll actually be able to pull troops. And we have a newborn daughter. People rejoiced when they heard the news that a young princess had been born. They have celebrated for days and nights, but you have not named your young daughter the new heir yet. Gonna lose 10 legitimacy. Noble 131 with an average claim. Denied newborn daughter. Gives us unrest for a year and a reduced chance of a new heir. Minus 100%? Oh, come on! What nonsense. Yeah, I want a melee though. I can't lose the legitimacy. 0.5, that's a lot of years of legitimacy. I want a melee. It's not gonna happen. These guys are still very confident that they can win this. They might not be wrong actually. Let's move these guys down. They're a tributary state of Kazakh. They're not in the war though. If I were to declare war on them, Kazakh would not come in. Definitely have to do that before. I definitely have to do that before I finish this war, and to just snag up that one province, because I do have a claim on it and all, so that should be fine. Now let's just make sure that we don't incur more than more attrition than absolutely necessary. I'm gonna leave my vassal to actually siege those areas down. Kazakh is moving, is sort of going in that direction. They're not huge, but they had 30k. Glad that we managed to actually break their troops. Samara could still do with a coal, but it's pretty expensive, 47. Definitely gotta wait there. What are you doing in here? Come on. Move forward. We actually gotta fight some battles here. I mean, this is my sieging unit. We're gonna smush these guys. We should get a ticking war score. Over 10% of war score from battles will give you a ticking war score. So this will at least get them wiped. And this is Astrakhan, and they're moving into their own lands. Okay, we'll now be able to call Samara because it has been sieged back. Okay, we got this one. Wiping 1,000 men actually gave us 3 war score. We're getting there. I mean, taking war score would be good. It's not necessarily going to happen. Let's just have a look at the fort levels. Where is it? Geographical fort level. So what do they have? They have 1 fort over here. These guys have no forts whatsoever in the area. Alright. Alright, that's fine, I guess. So we've got to siege that one down. I have 8 units of artillery that I'm going to send down here to siege that one down. These guys are going to run into their capital, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna leave, let's say, 1,000 men in there. Just gonna try to siege that kind of crap down. And there the troops are. Come on. I'm gonna try to smush their army. Maybe that'll actually happen. I'm gonna give you Piotr Shusky for now, just to maybe get rid of that stack. I'm gonna leave another 1,000 troops in here. And then we're going to march into there to actually reinforce in that battle. Which hopefully will happen. I'm getting close to getting this one already. This looks like a step wipe to me. I don't think we want to reinforce that because of attrition reasons and all that. So, yeah, what we want to do is... I'm going to send these guys over. These guys need to get down there. Well, with the proper leader, so that means I'm gonna split one group over here. Yeah, we actually stack wiped them, that's good. And now we got the ticking war score for the superiority, which is very good. That makes me pretty happy. You're gonna leave 1,000 troops in here and then just move out of the bloody thing. Army of Poland, you're gonna lose all your troops. And then you're gonna move down south. And you guys, you're gonna leave 2 regiments, then move over here. Just gotta try to carpet siege them before they can really recover from that. Carpet sieging is not as easy now that we have all the forts, but it can still be done. Okay, we got that one. Very good. We're just gonna basically send them into the eastern parts now. You're moving into Lower Don. Actually don't want you standing there, so we just have 2 regiments move out. What are you doing? You're just standing over there. We're gonna move you over here, just so that they basically can reinforce the area if we have to. I mean, 50 is pretty high. 50 is pretty high. I'm just gonna pull all these guys and a certain amount of the other guys out. Siege that one down. Then be done with it. I don't want any more attrition than I already have to get. Sarai is now under our occupation. That's very good. Move these guys into the next place. Okay, this is now under our occupation. Our vassal is still sieging down those provinces that we lost in the initial onslaught, which is really good. Makes me happy. Right, so far so good. So far so good. We're gonna have some troops moving in there. Guess we gotta reinforce them. I want you in here. Even over there. I guess that's fine. Okay, fighting those guys. They're trying to rebuild their army. It's not gonna help them too much. It's also costing them precious war score because they're losing those battles to me. You're moving down there. You're moving down there. Both of these guys are actually moving in. Guess we want you and Kazimovsky moving down here to wipe these guys out. Come on, chop chop. Don't dawdle. Oh, these guys are already committed, which is not great. Rin is under our occupation now. Can't go down here until I've actually sieged the place down. I dare not move further east, because we might actually get our butt kicked. I mean, I could move these guys over. Just position them on the border. Come on, move in. Which they can't do if I'm paused. But now we should manage it though. Okay, so now they're gonna play ping pong, I guess. 7%. Nope, still not playing ball. Let's lead a siege and move these guys over. Yeah, you're not coming out of there. The Chosen Council, in 1543, only 40 years old, and with astonishing force and bravery, Grand Prince Ivan IV ended the reign of terror of the boyars. Behind him stood his friend Alexei Adashev and the talented priest Sylvester, who would succeed the wise Makary as Metropolitan of Moscow. Sylvester and Adashev belonged to a group of advisors called the Chosen Council, which was a great help in reforming Russia during the earlier part of Ivan IV's reign, but fell out of favor following the death of Ivan's first wife Anastasia in 1560. That actually made him really paranoid. After that, it was kind of downhill for him. Ivan, who had become unbalanced after his grave illness in 1553, accused his old friends of, yeah, exactly, having poisoned his wife and had them exiled, leaving no one to temper his brutality. Excellent ministers. Okay, so we get the bonus now. Gain some admin power, which I like. The advisor is cheaper for your country to employ. We gain a statesman and a theologian. Theologian is nice. Diplo rep is also nice. Yeah, okay, excellent ministers. Why not? We now control this province. We control the other province as well. There are some troops. There are some Astrakhan troops. Where's the Kazakh army? Where's the Kazakh army is what I want to know. I guess they have run off far into the east. Scattering all the way. Let's make this a core or Samara before it gets any more expensive because of war exhaustion. I think we're doing pretty well here. I actually gotta reorganize my armies once we're done. So we're gonna send these single troops over here. All our troops are standing on this border. Let's just hope that I don't get attacked at the moment. We still have the superiority ticking war score. Can gain 25 more by achieving the war goal. I did achieve the war goal, you bloody fool. Come on, I want a war score tick. Nope, not happening. Not happening. Okay then, screw you. And we got this place. Very good. As soon as this fortress falls, I'll be able to move on these riders. But for now, that's not an option. Merge these guys. We have both our generals in this area, which is fine. I mean, I don't mind my vassal sieging these places down. That's fair. Sibir should be afraid of me. These guys, I'm trying to vassalize them, but yeah, 49 versus 84. I could influence the nation. That would increase their trust. It will cost me a good chunk of money though, and we're not really that flush. We're losing a lot of money. We're losing a lot of money. We'll see how it goes, but it would be kind of nice to have these guys as a bulwark and also remove them out of the influence of the Commonwealth. Transfer trade power. I mean, I can give them stuff that doesn't cost me anything. I'm also not improving our relations. That's pretty bad. Okay, let's make that happen. How far are we with these guys? 70 and with 17. I gotta remember that we have all those nice diplomatic options that allow us to automate things over here in the production interface, where we can tell our diplomats to do all kinds of crazy things. We actually could solve 3 alliances, influence actions, I could break a vassalization. Oh no. Royal marriage. Who would go for royal marriage? Kazim, Moldavia, Prussia. Vassals can't make royal marriages. And the Kazim Khanate is still Sunni, I think. They're loyal though. Steppe nomads. Yeah, they're still Sunni. Oh well. Oh well. I won't hold it against them. I mean, it would be better if they were of the true faith, but oh well. Oh, and Austria is annoyed with me. What's happening in Austria? Why are you cranky? Why are you cranky? Commonwealth, Venice, France. And we do have France, Denmark, and the Ottomans. We do have a common rival. I wonder what their problem is. I will not be able to call these guys into wars like ever. I'm just going to use them as a defensive people. I mean, at some point we're not going to need any more allies, but up until then, more allies are good. Austria, have some military access. Stop being cranky. Thank you. A non-cranky Austria is what I want. Right, how's it going over here? These guys have not recovered from losing that first battle. Growth of the printing industry. The ability to mass produce the written word would revolutionize the spread of information and in many ways the early modern society as a whole. Pioneered by Renaissance men such as Venetian printer Aldus Manutius, the new art helped fuel the Renaissance by making the translated classics more widely available. Later, the Reformation benefited greatly from the ability to spread critical publications and translations of the Holy Scriptures. Now that printing has matured as a technique and spread throughout Europe, editions have grown, and hundreds of thousands of copies of everything from religious and political pamphlets to instructions in how to behave or specific treatises are circulating on the continent. With print shops growing ever more commonplace, rulers have found it hard to contain the new technique, as a comparatively easy means of production means censorship can be sidestepped by moving business across a border or even just changing the name on a title page. Was actually one of the better things that Ivan the Terrible did. He actually founded the first printing yard in Russia, and the leaders of that printing yard had to flee at some point. The enraged population actually destroyed that printing yard after a while, and yeah, they had to rebuild the thing under new leadership a while after. Right, okay, this changes everything. We got the printing press, even though we haven't really embraced colonialism yet. We're gonna have a very hard time, and we could westernize. Yeah, those alliances, they are shaky at best. They're shaky at best, that's just how it goes. I actually like it. Diplomacy should always be a little bit creepy, a little bit scary. Okay, offer military access to these guys, maybe that'll help us. Okay, Commonwealth, you can now march through our areas. Have fun there. Battlefield commissions. I'm just gonna try to snag up at least this tech and maybe the next one before they become unpayable. And we have a peace offer from Astrakhan. Native assimilation in Serov. Some of the local natives have been assimilated into the colony's population. With the additional population, we have a lot bigger faith in the feasibility of Serov. Gain 100 population over there. That's pretty big, actually. That's really nice. So, settlers, we have 194. So that basically doubled the amount of settlers that we have. We need to... Oh yeah, that is wasteland, right. So, once we got this, we'll actually be able to establish frontier things over here and over here. Pushing east. I really want to do that. I want to reach the Pacific. If we can. We've got to take Sibir next. So Astrakhan, you actually want out. What do you want? Willing to give some money and some ducats. Not what I want. Nope. Nope. Go away. I mean, these guys are pretty much beat up. These guys are not really heavy participants in the war. They're also not doing much. Although they have provided more war participation. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Come on. I want to at least finish this war. Come on. Where's the Russian region? That is still occupied by Russia, Nogai, Central Asia, Tartary. I gotta be a little bit careful with how many things I take. And I definitely have to take this place. I have to take Nogai. Declare war. We have a claim on this. We're just going to wipe them out. Although this will give us less aggressive expansion and more stuff. But we can't just siege them down. I would like to give you a leader. Who are you? Kazimovsky. I guess we're going to take you then. So Kazimovsky, you're going to take your 16k. And we're going to attack these guys. Yeah, tributary state. You can't really... you shouldn't really pay tribute to a dude that is not going to protect you. Subject to Kazakh. Yeah, and these guys will not come in. They're already at war with me. I think this is the perfect time to actually snatch that province up without creating too many problems. So, should we go for the claim or should we go for the other thing? This will give us a ticking war score once we hold the province. Which is pretty nifty. We might not be able to actually get to the ticking war goal over here. And we're gonna go for this. We're gonna go for this. So, you are going to be attacked. Let's move it. Chop, chop. And lines breaking. Come on, Austria. I'm not that bad. Can still be useful to your interest in the East. Just saying. Just saying. I would actually be willing to share the maps. I guess we could do that. Break alliance. I wonder... Oh yeah, right. Military access. Would that help you? We will ask them to share their knowledge of West Africa. We will discover 8 provinces. We will lose 15 prestige while they gain 10 prestige. I mean, they're willing to do that. Can we do anything else to make you think better of us? Counter-espionage is not a thing. Favor. We gain a favor every 1 year. That's pretty good. I mean, we're a pretty big country, so... At least we got that going for us. We don't have to wait hundreds of years for favors. These guys are also happy. We just got to increase their trust with both of us and try to use them as a shield against the other dudes. Livonian Order. Military access. What say you? Yes. Vassalization at 45. I mean, I could actually take those guys. Adashev, he's pretty cheap. I thought he would be cheaper, but apparently he isn't. 3. I thought he is 50% cheaper to recruit. Apparently not. And there's Sylvester. Unrest -2. Do we have an unrest problem? Yeah, we have a crap ton of provincial unrest actually. Money is a problem, but I guess I gotta do this. That should help us. We also have some national decisions now. National unrest +1 for missionary strength. No, thank you. I really don't like that. That will help us reduce national unrest. Okay, that's fine. Well, let's return to the war. We're gonna siege this place down. It's gonna be okay. We still haven't taken this place. Come on, we have war breaches and everything. Come on. Do it. Brandenburg has given back unlawful territory. Finally, we won that siege, which means we got to smush the last of the Astrakhan armies. We're really moving forward quite well now. I definitely want to take land from Kazakh. It's just a question of how much we're actually going to take. I could also just make these guys my vassal and then have these guys feed stuff to my vassal. That might be a thing, because they have a bunch of cores, and it kind of would help me move forward. These are already proper Kazakh provinces. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. We're fighting these guys now. They're gonna go, yep, okay, goodbye. It's actually too big an army. We're gonna leave 1,000 men behind, and then we're gonna move into Astrakhan. Come on. Oh, and we're losing that battle down here. Great, just because I didn't pay attention. And we got 6 and 10. We got 12 and 10 and 5. Okay. Manpower is a bit of a problem. We still need 6,000 men to reinforce. This is too big an army. So what we're going to do is we're going to have all these guys in there. We're only going to take the cannons and the general into that army. And then we're going to go after the Kazakhs. Oh, and we're not going to get that. Perfect. Okay, let's take a very small unit here. Those 300 guys, and actually send them down here to do some damage. Come on. Come on, people. Alright, so we're going to make a proper army out of you guys, and then we're going to hunt these guys down again. 5%. Why are we taking 5%? It's just the weight. It's just the weight. Okay. I'll tell you what. We're actually going to go for a regiment consolidation. And then I guess I gotta do something like this. I wanna keep the cannons in the army. That's still gonna be 22, but well, gonna need some numbers. Gonna need some numbers to actually make this happen. Problem is that all these are desert. And we have the Evangelical Union. Guess that's fine. And we're occupying the last of this area. So move these guys into one army. This will take a while from the looks of it. 35, I mean, we have no... and we have the first revolts. We have the first revolts. How far are we in terms of pushing our special buttons? Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're not quite there, though. Alright, I guess I gotta fight that rebellion. Could just go for a peace treaty now. Oh, and there are stronger troops than what I have. That's something I don't like. And they have a pretty good general too. We might just go for peace here. We might just go for peace. I mean, you're basically fought down, right? Would you be willing to give up a bunch of your land? No, not really. That's about as far as we're gonna go, apparently. You could do something like this. Or something like that. I mean, Sarai is pretty expensive. We could just leave Sarai out and do something like this. Put that into our area. We're still a ways away from that, though. It's not really feasible. I want that. I need it. I need it. Would these guys be willing to... No, they're just not there. Crap. So, I've got to do something like this. Or still vassal feeding. I actually haven't decided what we're going to do. But yeah, apparently we're going to fight better. We're going to wait until their army decides to come out of it. Again. And we're having separatism over here. Yeah, I have no forts in the area either. Let's have these guys march up. We're gonna have these guys march up, and then we're gonna smush these people. We're gonna have to fight with rebellions for quite a while, I guess. And yeah, alliance on and off, on and off. Things are not great at the moment. I mean, they have the potential to go well. At least we have 19 force limit in here. 19 over here, 22 over here, 22, 23. I'm gonna send these guys over there, like that, I guess. Or maybe into Saratov. I guess that could be fine too. These guys are gonna move into Yalik. 19, 19. Don't really matter. I guess I'm gonna wait until these guys come into the west and then try to smush their armies. Like this maybe. That might be feasible. If I send my guys down here now, I might be able to smash that Kazakh army without too many problems. And then we're just gonna wait for our increased war score to actually finish things for us. You're moving... move over here. 21. That's just what this province can support. We're gonna wait, and then we're gonna smash this Bashkirian separatist army as well. Things are dicey, but they're not horrible. But for now, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. If you didn't, tell me why in the comments so I can improve. And if you want to see more of the series in the future, please consider subscribing. I hope you join me next time. Bye bye.